Hi friends, Andy Vegan. I'm in a good mood because I'm at Gentle Juicefasting Day. Today I only drink lots of beverages, beginning with water in the morning, hot water, lemon water, ginger water, teas, and I have today I had a plant milk today, self-made. Now I make a juice. That's always the highlight. Juices on a fasting day are exciting because they have full of nutrients, and I can really feel the ingredients more than on other days when I eat, because on a fasting day the digestion rests. The way of fasting I don't take fiber in. Fasting is usually defined as reducing calories. Not so much nutrients. You reduce calories on a fasting day. You eat less energy, that means calories. Energy is measured in calories in science. So you eat less energy than you need, and the body begins to cleanse itself. Purification process. And then you also have a higher senses. The body is more aware. It's kind of alert state. And that's a very interesting state. The metabolism is turning upside down. Yeah, we're taking energy in a different way in these days. So that is all very interesting, and there are the many health benefits from fasting we have, the cleansing. Yeah, also the self-reflection, the awareness is expanded, and I feel more intensely. So that the ingredients, the beet juice, for example, make a beet juice. I feel the beet juice, I feel the beet ingredient, the red beets. I have a more clear awareness of what beet is for me and how they play with other ingredients. The beet juice is not so easy to make because it is a very healthy juice on the one side, so you want to have a lot of beets in your diet. It gives you more endurance in the first place, and many other things. It helps the blood to carry oxygen. So it's very, very good. Very, very powerful nutrients in the beet. But it is, if you have pure beet juice, it scratches in the throat. So it's not so good to have a pure beet juice. But if you put, that's why it's not so easy to make. But if you put the first time I made a delicious beet juice many years ago was when I put a pear into the beet juice. Here are some pears. You don't need that much for one beet. That is a lot, pear. But I have a special plan today. So the pear makes the beet juice delicious. And meanwhile, I found many fruit, like the pear, that make beet delicious. They're all different. Oranges, mangoes, apples. You can go on, there are so many. Today is the pear, so it's very interesting. But I made this before, and what I add today to this interesting beet pear juice is a basil. That's another thing. It's a very powerful plant. It's an old herb. That's a green herb. It's been cultivated for thousands of years. It's from the mint family. It's a family of Mediterranean herbs, very ancient, and they all have different health benefits. The basil is known for waking up the brain. There is a substance in the basil that wakes up the brain, literally. They give it to children in school. They just let them chew on a stem. There's very powerful stems. And then they are waking again. When they are a little bit tired, at school children, they sleep sometimes. And when you have a basil stem, you wake up. So it's a wonderful wake-up herb. This is a very strong flavor. You smell it, it wakes you up, makes you more aware. So I'm going to try that fantastic flavor from the basil with the pear and the beet. And what I add to this to enhance the whole flavor is lemon and ginger. I use that in many recipes. Lemon and ginger is a typical pairing of ingredients that enhances other flavors. It heightens the other flavors. It doesn't add so much flavor on its own, doesn't give the whole thing a new direction, just puts fire to it. Fire and acidity brings out the sugars and the other flavors forward. Try that now. And I will add eventually a little bit of the peel of the lemon. Sometimes I can do that, sometimes it's not so good idea, because it always depends on the other ingredients. You have, for example, bitter ingredients, like greens, for example, it might be too much, because they have a very strong flavor, these citrus peels. But you have to know that the yellow color in the lemon peel, here the outer layer, that is actually the most healthy thing of a lemon. Here also is what we call the lemon flavor. If you want to have a lemon flavor in a dish, you put the zest in there. The lemon juice, the flesh from the lemon, is more sour. The typical lemony flavor comes from the zest. So if you can use that, that is also very healthy, very powerful nutrient. And if you have a chance to use it, do it. It's very good. I sometimes in the morning I eat just a piece of lemon peel, just like that. It's a little bit bitter, but one piece only and nothing else. That's good. As soon as it plays together with other ingredients, that's a different story. You always have to see how an ingredient plays with other ingredients to really appreciate it. Yeah. Try that now. Simple recipe with a little enhancement from the lemon and the ginger. Let's see if it works. Back in a moment. That's my juice. It's almost a liter. That's a good meal for a fasting day. I drink my juices slowly on a fasting day, especially juices because they have a lot of sugar, especially the beet juices. They're high in sugar. That, I think, is also the secret, part of the secret of these amazing flavors I can create with beet. It's the sugar hidden in the earth flavors. Beet is an earth flavor, very strong earth flavor, very dense, heavy, dense flavor. And the sugar is hidden in there. You can't taste the sweetness of a beet when you eat it. It's very strong. I don't feel the sugar there really. But if you put a sour and sweet fruit to the beet, these sugars seems to come out. It gets lighter and all kinds of flavors come out. It's really surprising. That's why I like beet juices so much. They are of course very healthy and powerful. They give me endurance, as I said. Many other things, good for the heart, I think. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of benefits. You can read it. But the flavors are so exciting. I cook for the flavors first. I know the whole food, plant-based food is the healthiest food, so I don't need to care so much about the healthy ingredients. Of course, there are differences. Greens are more healthy than, lettuces, for example, dark leafy greens, okay, but all the plants are healthy when you eat them wholesome. So basically, that's not such my problem. I care more about the flavors, and the beet flavors are really amazing. So let's see, it looks wonderful. It is very beautiful color. Beet colors are always a dark red, but if you put some green in that, for example, then they turn even darker and more brilliant, sometimes bright. So this is a beautiful beet color. The texture is a little bit creamy. I expected that because the pear, oftentimes you make a pear juice, a lot of pear in there, and it gets a thick and creamy juice. The pear is soft, a lot of fiber, and gets thick. But I like that. It depends. If you want to have it more runny, you can add some oranges maybe, or apples. That will make it a little bit lighter on the texture. But here, the texture is okay. It's a little bit creamy because of the pear, I guess. Or you take a pear that is not so ripe, younger pear is not so thick the juice, but then it's not so sweet again. So it's always a thing, what you want. So it looks nice, the color, the texture is okay. It's a little bit creamy, but that's nice. Now let's taste it. That's most important. Oh yeah, very good. Yeah. Have some peel in it, some of the peel. I can taste it. It's a strong background, but not too strong. It adds a strong tone, that peel, but it's not too much. It's nice. I like it. So I'm glad I used it. Oh, there's something in the glass that didn't see it. So I'll take another one to show you the juice. So that should work. Well, it's not perfect, but it's okay. Shall I show you the juice now? Here, you see you see it's a little bit creamy. It's a wonderful juice, a very strong flavor. It has a nice complexity. The basil with its strong wake up flavor, the alert flavor. That's nice, and the pear is soft and gentle with a little bit of bitterness there. It's a very complex sweetness, the pear, and then the basic beet flavor, the earth flavor is there, but it's in a nice way. And then lemon and ginger brings it all to a higher level, a little bit more energy. Tastes wonderful, and I'm happy that I tried that. And I will continue with basil. I have a nice bunch of basil here. I have tried other recipes recently with basil. It's a wonderful green herb, and we have a chance to put green herbs into your food. It's always recommended. They are super healthy. They are the second healthiest. Our foods are herbs and spices. So whenever I can, I put them in. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my videos, subscribe, MD Vegan on YouTube, have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. And if you want to know more about the gentle juice fasting, the method I here apply, fasting 1 day a week, only juices and other beverages without fiber, so filter the juices. You can also go to the Facebook page TriYoga Moon Fasting. TriYoga is the yoga style from Yogini Kaliji, founder. It's ancient yoga for modern times, we say. It's a whole new experiences. It's created the flow into yoga world. It comes from Yogini Kaliji. It's very inspirational, and it's a dance of yoga. It's so wonderful, and it's one of the first yogas that is non-violent. Actually, he introduced non-violence into the mainstream of yoga. Nobody else cared before, not many at least. That was a shock when I heard it, but things are changing. Veganism is much more stronger and more spread in today than 20 years ago. But she also had this inspiration to make a gentle juice fasting. That means to have this gentle way of fasting, the non-violent way of fasting. I don't push myself. If I feel a little bit stressed during the fasting time, I just eat a little bit. I slow the fasting down. It can be very intense. It depends on where you stand in your day and your life. I would never push myself over the limit. Always wanted to feel great, because that's the flow. The flow means you feel great. You're in the flow. You feel the energy inside moving freely. That means the body heals itself. The energy flows freely. According to ancient health science, like Ayurveda, or also the Chinese medicine, they know about these energies, the chi or the ki, whatever they call it, the prana has to flow freely, and then the body begins to heal itself. So that's what the flow is. The flow is about feeling this free floating energy inside, and that happens when you are feeling great. Very simple. Yeah. So TriYoga Moon Fasting is that page. You find a moon calendar there, the best fasting days, but to make it easy, 1 day a week. That's it. That's it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you soon.